back. Part two of the code knowledge and why people shouldn't fear it at all. And I just wanted to talk about the ultimate outcome because I couldn't get to it. Pretty much just with the fearing, or I left off with the subconscious picking up everything. Pretty much what I was gonna say is just how our mind will be watching a movie or something, and like I said, we won't really see every message that's in the movie, but our subconscious will, and our subconscious will relate movies that we've been watched to other movies, books, experiences, morals, whatever you believe in, and it will tie into those things, and you'll know it because if you watch something that's really good that really stick to you, you'll dream about it that same day. And that just shows you how it really connects to you on a subconscious level versus, just the physical. And a lot of these things end up intertwining. These thoughts end up intertwining and you end up having one whole idealistic thought that you never even came up with. Because if you do read the Bible, you would love the second coming of Jesus if you really was a chosen one, if you really was righteous. But if you were faking it, you wouldn't. And a lot of people are faking it. So consciously, they're faking it. They're faithful and all that, but subconsciously, they know they're not doing everything that's right. So they don't want the second coming to come. And then when they see these movies, they're showing like the second coming is destroying the world that they live in. It's like it even justifies them to stay into the place because you already fear hell. So with the fear of being going to hell already is like, well, shit, let me stay here as long as I can because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Mixed with knowing the second coming is going to change this reality or you're going to be stuck here type shit, which is don't even say that. I'm just saying. If this place becomes hell, if this place is supposed to become hell when Jesus come, what is it now? Like, I don't know. Shit just don't be adding up to me. Like, if people go to hell when they die or go to heaven, not I know it's the purgatory and all that. People don't technically we all waiting and shit for Judgment Day, but let's just say someone has to go to hell, but wouldn't there be hell on earth? So what? Like when Jesus comes back, or it's already hell on earth and Jesus is coming back to save us from hell on earth, from hell. I don't know. That makes more sense to me, but off topic. Just with all the fear things, it just it shows your subconscious where you really at. Like when you watch these movies, because I was on the side of Apocalypse the whole time. Most people were probably on the side of the X-Men, and the reason you're on the side of the X-Men because that's where your morals and ideas that you never thought about comes at. It's not just because you like the X-Men, it's because it's or maybe you do like the X-Men, but now you like the X-Men, they throw these stories in there, these deeper messages, and now you like the X-Men and the message that comes with type shit. That's what I should say. And not even knowing, yeah, you was glad they beat Apocalypse, not knowing that the X-Men, your favorite character, just showed you like to go against God. And if your mom was watching you watch that like when you was little or some shit, and it wasn't a cartoon or saying some shit like say it was some niggas talking, yeah, fuck God, fuck this, or rap group talking about fuck God, they wouldn't want you listening to that shit. But it's a cartoon or it's a superheroes and it's not even real. Just like the book, not even like you can't like it's all stories. But just because it's on TV, it's not gonna translate to your mind the same as when you read the Bible. That's bullshit. Them same things they're saying go against God, your mind picks that shit up. And onto like the 666 shit and how they teach us to be scared of us. The only reason they do that is because there's nothing that can stop us. And if this also shows how they have no access to the spiritual world. If we were their ultimate demise and they were truly the chosen ones and science proved that we're the dominant gene. It's not some like I made this up black power like no, this is fact. Like you can research this shit. So if they were the chosen ones and they were spiritually connected to God, wouldn't they like be able to like beat us and like destroy us like whenever they feel like shouldn't they been able to do that since they hate us like they've been doing everything they could do and they failed at everything. Wouldn't it show that we're like the chosen ones? No matter what you do, you can't get rid of us. Like, and if we truly wake up, there's nothing else you could do to us. Don't that make sense to us being the chosen ones versus them? I'm just saying, like, the only thing that could stop us is our lack of knowledge, which they took, and they know that from slavery. Our lack of knowledge, our lack of history, our lack of self. Us fearing and killing ourselves is the best thing they could come up with, because no other method would work. Because if they try to go to war with us, we're too fucking spiritually powerful, physically powerful. Like, we're too smart, we're too innovative, we're too everything. We're so connected. Like, you put us in that mind frame and that realm, and it's not. They don't want that. They don't want to have to, like, they can't go back to slavery. Like, think about, like, they can't do most of the things that been done in the past because we're so, like, fuck that shit. Like, really, they on edge with everything now. Like, say if black people go to work for black people go to work for 2 weeks straight and they check don't hit that Friday, nigga. You know how mad is it? They only like a few mistakes from like having people don't even want to work no more. That's like almost the end of working age, period. And you can see that with the robotics and shit. People don't really want to work. And once we really wake up to see that it's just a game and it's not gonna really help us get ahead, like, people gonna stop paying taxes and all that shit. Like, once we wake up, there's no more government controlling our lives. No one telling us what we have to do. No one saying weed is illegal, weed is legal. Like, what? It's retarded. You make those decisions. Do you want to smoke or do you not? No one else can make decisions for you. The fact that they do that is against our free will. And like I said, we're our only enemy, because spiritually we don't know how connected we can be and how connected we should be. And it's because of the tactics that they implemented. Like, most of it's being fear of going to hell, and then also changing words and deeming people as witches and all these things to make people seem bad because they were spiritual people. Like, do we understand, like, this society was raised on killing witches and women that study spiritual shit? Like, this is, like, churches are supposed to be spiritual. They literally kill witches, and you'll be scared of a witch, but, like, a witch is a person that's just is into occult things, that study the science of God and doesn't just focus on the messages, because there is science of God. There is things that, like, just period. You can, like, if you don't believe there's a science to God, how could you believe there's a, how did he create this? Like, when you look at everything being sacred geometry, how almost every fruit is shaped like the vagina. Like, these different DNA is this beautiful, like, thing of what do you call it? The helix or whatever. Like, just like our aura, just like so many different things. Our DNA is a helix, which is infinite. Like, all these things are created, and they want us to fear them. They want us to fear creation. They want us to fear woman. They want us to fear they'll study all this shit. Because we see them study all that. You'll see it in the concerts. They put all this shit up. They study all this shit. It don't work for them because they're not spiritually connected. But they'll do it, and we be like, oh, it's the Illuminati. We should fear them. They know shit we don't know. That's our shit. They got that shit off walls back in Africa and shit from Mexico and like, they got this shit from indigenous people. We studied this shit. We use this shit. This shit that help us motherfucking get to places. Now, I'm gonna just come over here and show y'all a couple shit that's on my wall. Like, these are cigars, or SIGILS. These symbols I use, I don't know if you can read it. My spells work quickly and with magic and power, and much power. I got another one that says, I receive memories of my past life through dreams. Another one, my magic of this earth flows through my veins from this day until my last. Like, it's just shit that helps you get through life, help you protect you. And when we use these things work 10 times more for us. But if you seen somebody put this on their wall or paint this on their wall, you'd be like, they're witches. Like, but what about this one? My financial prosperity will grow. Oh, that's some witchcraft. That's real witchcraft. Come on, Stick eyes for protection. There's a bunch of little ones. Protect, protect the new home. Protect the house from water damages and floods. What? You wouldn't want this in your house? Protection from evil. Protection, guard against evil spirits. Banish negative energy, spirits, and people. You wouldn't want this in your house? Banish possessive person. Guard against bad luck. Protection from accidents. Come on now. Don't let my emotions get carried away. Like, these are things that we need in our lives that help us grow. That help us get through life. Well, we've created different geometry, because that's all this is just different geometries and shapes that connect to our subconscious mind and help us grow. But they would teach this as scaring us as fear tactics, which is not. We all need this shit to help us open up and unlock our mind through sacred geometry. It's like unlocking a puzzle. And certain things that you see awaken different shit. Like certain thoughts that you hear, like, oh damn, that shit stick with me. Like certain shit up there work better than others for me. Maybe I used them in my past life, maybe I didn't. Like, I'm just saying. But how would I ever know if I was scared of it? Don't fear shit that you don't understand, because it won't get you nowhere. At the end of it, how I look at it, I don't fear anything. And if I fuck up and something damage me, either I die or I don't. Like, or I grow from it. Like, whatever. Like, at the end of the day, this is the experience of learning, and I'm willing to push it as far as I can go. Like, that's why I take shrooms all the time. Like, people are scared to take shrooms because they're scared to push their mind. I'm pushing it as far as I can go. And if I break it, oh, fucking well. How did I know I broke it? I don't have my mind. So at the end of the day, I'm trying to go where most people are scared to go. Like, how the fuck did Tesla discover all these different energies? Like, this nigga can make energy like Wi-Fi. You don't need wires and shit. He learned this through the science of God. So, how do you become a fucking genius? By pushing the limit, not being scared of shit. Like, you don't think Benjamin Franklin and all these niggas wasn't scared of electricity? Like, this shit is powerful. But you gotta learn. You gotta get bit a couple times to learn shit. Like, you're not trying shit, what are you gonna ever do? Nothing. So, my goal is to push my mind and get the fuck up out of here. Because, I mean, I'm not my body anyway. I'm inside of this motherfucker. And the dude is talking, want to get out. Yep. No, that don't sound right, but I thought we were our soul. Eternal, forever. It's in the Bible type shit. I don't know if that's the right words, but it's in there somewhere. But yeah, don't be scared. I don't know if I'm gonna drop a part 2. Definitely have some more shit to say. But the video at 13, so I don't want to push it. Deuces.